Some behaviors in female dogs are so deeply rooted in nature, nurturing, and emotional intelligence that they stand out in the most heartwarming ways. These actions are gentle, meaningful, and filled with instinctive love that developed through generations of caring and connection. In this video, the journey dives into the emotional world of female dogs, exploring why certain behaviors appear only in them and what makes these actions so touching. The reactions, instincts, and choices behind these behaviors reveal bonds that go far beyond simple companionship. The experience becomes even more beautiful when discovering the reasons behind these moments, because only female dogs do this. The reason will melt your heart. Before moving further into these powerful and emotional behaviors, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more. Number 10. A natural instinct to comfort others. Female dogs have a deeply ingrained nurturing instinct that influences the way they react to emotional changes in the people around them. This instinct begins early in life, long before they ever become mothers themselves. Even as young dogs, females show heightened sensitivity to stress, sadness, and emotional tension in the household. When someone sits quietly with heavy thoughts, when tears fall, or when silence replaces laughter, a female dog notices it instantly. Instead of responding with excitement or confusion, she usually chooses a gentle, soothing approach. This may include placing her head on someone's lap, lying beside them with steady breathing, nudging their hand softly, or simply sitting close without demanding anything in return. This is not random affection. This is a deeply instinctive response shaped by thousands of years of evolution, where female canines were responsible for nurturing and stabilizing the emotional atmosphere of their group. In wolves and early domestic dogs, females often acted as emotional regulators within the pack, calming conflicts and supporting injured or distressed members. That ancient instinct still lives within modern female dogs today. Even when there are no puppies and no danger, a female dog can sense when emotional balance is shifting. Her comforting behavior is a silent message saying, "You're safe, you're not alone, and everything will be okay." That natural ability to provide emotional support makes female dogs invaluable companions, especially during difficult moments when words feel hard to speak. Number 9. The soft watching behavior. Female dogs often demonstrate a unique form of silent monitoring that blends gentleness with heightened awareness. This behavior is not exactly guarding, and it is not driven by suspicion. It is a calm, observant presence rooted in the instinct to keep track of the emotional and physical state of her family. Throughout the day, a female dog often positions herself where she can see multiple parts of the home. She silently watches movements, changes in posture, fluctuations in tone, and subtle signs of discomfort or unusual behavior. This attentiveness is a result of the nurturing responsibilities female canines historically carried. In the wild, females closely watched their young and the rest of the group to detect problems before they escalated. That instinct now translates into a gentle, steady awareness toward the people she loves. Many people notice their female dog staring softly at them during quiet moments, not demanding attention, but simply studying their mood. This is emotional tracking, a form of understanding that allows her to respond appropriately if something changes. When happiness rises, she becomes playful. When energy drops, she becomes calm. When fear or sadness appears, she becomes protective and quiet. This soft watching behavior is one of the most touching signs of emotional depth in a female dog, showing how carefully she manages her connection with the people around her. Number 8. Unmatched sensitivity to human voice and emotion. Female dogs often display superior sensitivity to vocal cues, emotional tone, and subtle sounds compared to males. This heightened sensitivity is not a matter of training. It is a naturally developed trait that evolved from maternal responsibilities. A mother dog must interpret the cries, movements, and faint sounds of her newborn puppies to keep them safe. This requirement has shaped female dogs into expert listeners, even long after puppyhood is over. When a human speaks, a female dog listens not only to the words, but also to the rhythm, pitch, and emotional undertones. When the voice becomes soft, she becomes gentle. When the voice cracks with sadness, she becomes attentive. When excitement rises, her tail often wags with encouragement. This ability to detect emotional meaning within the human voice creates a deeper, more intuitive bond. Female dogs often respond with actions that match the emotional tone of the environment. If someone talks softly late at night, she approaches with slow steps. If someone laughs, she may jump or wag enthusiastically. If someone argues or raises their voice, she may move closer to offer calmness or retreat to reduce tension in the environment. Research has also shown that female dogs frequently make decisions based on emotional perception rather than simple commands. This leads to behaviors that feel almost empathetic, as though she understands the mood of the moment. This extraordinary sensitivity explains why so many people form powerful emotional attachments to female dogs. They respond not just to commands, but to feelings. Number 7. The motherly grooming behavior. Even if a female dog has never had puppies, the instinct to groom and clean those she loves still appears as a natural part of her emotional expression. Grooming behavior among canines is a powerful bonding tool. Mothers lick their puppies to clean them, stimulate their circulation, and create an early emotional bond. Although domestic dogs no longer need to perform many of the tasks required in the wild, the nurturing instinct remains strong in females. This often shows up when a female dog gently licks the hands, arms, face, or even the hair of the people she loves. The action looks simple, but its meaning is deeply emotional. It represents care, affection, and a desire to create comfort. Some female dogs also groom other dogs in the household, showing a protective, motherly nature toward the entire group. The grooming behavior is also used to soothe tension. When someone is stressed, frustrated, or emotionally overwhelmed, a female dog may begin licking as a way to calm the situation. This is the same technique mother dogs use when puppies are anxious or restless. The behavior signals reassurance, safety, and unconditional love. For many people, these gentle gestures become some of the most heart-melting moments shared with their dog. Number 6. Protective behavior without aggression. Female dogs often exhibit a unique kind of protective behavior that is defined by caution, awareness, and emotional intelligence, rather than force or aggression. In nature, female canines protect their young not by attacking first, but by strategically positioning themselves, staying alert, and creating boundaries. This instinct carries into their interactions with humans as well. A female dog may walk slightly ahead during nighttime or unfamiliar environments, not to confront danger, but to make sure the path is safe. She may stand between someone and a strange dog, not to start a fight, but to create a buffer. She may keep her eyes fixed on visitors entering the home, evaluating their energy and movements before deciding how to respond. What makes this behavior special is the balance between gentleness and strength. Female dogs tend to avoid unnecessary aggression, relying instead on intuition and awareness. They understand when the atmosphere shifts, when someone's voice changes, or when a stranger behaves unpredictably. Their protective nature is calm, calculated, and rooted in the desire to keep loved ones safe without escalating tension. This kind of protection melts hearts because it shows how deeply a female dog values the safety and emotional stability of her family. It is protective instinct in its purest and most loving form. Number 5. The quiet nesting behavior around loved ones. Female dogs often display a beautiful instinct known as nesting, a behavior strongly connected to the maternal nature that has guided their species for thousands of years. Even when they are not pregnant and have never raised puppies, this instinct appears whenever they feel a deep emotional bond with someone in the home. Nesting is not simply about comfort, it is about creating a safe, warm, peaceful environment for the beings they care about. A female dog may gather blankets near the spot where her favorite person sits. She might rearrange pillows or push soft objects with her nose to create a cozy space. Some female dogs bring toys, socks, or other harmless items as part of the nest they are building, all because the instinct to prepare a safe place for those she loves is deeply rooted in her heart. This behavior often intensifies when the person she loves is tired, sick, or emotionally drained. In nature, nesting ensures warmth, safety, and emotional stability for young pups. In the modern home, that same instinct transforms into a gesture of affection toward family members. A female dog builds not just a physical nest, but a symbolic one, a sign that her heart recognizes someone as part of her inner circle. This gentle behavior melts hearts because it shows how far she is willing to go to create comfort and peace for the people she loves. Number 4. The heart-melting check-in. Habit. Female dogs often develop a unique routine of checking on family members throughout the day. This is more than curiosity. It is a nurturing instinct shaped by generations of caring for others. A female dog may walk from room to room, quietly scanning for each person she cares about. She may pause at the doorway, observe for a moment, then move on to the next spot, making sure everyone is safe, calm, and present. This check-in habit is particularly remarkable because it often happens without any sound, demand, or expectation. It is a silent form of love. Even during the night, a female dog may get up, walk around the home, and ensure everything is normal before returning to rest. This instinct evolved because female canines were responsible for monitoring the well-being of their young and other pack members during vulnerable times like nighttime or bad weather. In a household, this behavior becomes a symbol of devotion. The female dog becomes an emotional guardian, not through aggression or dominance, but through presence and awareness. When someone is sick, her check-ins increase. When someone is stressed, she stays closer. When the atmosphere feels peaceful, she relaxes, but never disconnects fully. This constant emotional monitoring shows how deeply she values her family, turning her into a silent protector whose love expresses itself through gentle, watchful care. Number 3. The soft touching of the paw as emotional reassurance. Female dogs often use a delicate and intentional gesture that feels almost human, placing a gentle paw on someone's arm, hand, or leg during emotional moments. This is not the same as begging for attention. It is an instinctive way of offering emotional reassurance. Puppies rely on touch to feel safe, warm, and connected. Mother dogs keep their young close using both body contact and gentle pressure. This instinct does not vanish with time. Instead, it becomes a universal sign of comfort. A female dog senses when emotions shift. When the room grows quiet or tension builds, she extends her paw in a slow, meaningful way. The softness of the gesture mirrors the soothing technique used by mother dogs in nature, encouraging calmness and connection. What makes this behavior even more touching is how perfectly timed it often is. Female dogs rarely place their paw randomly. They do it when someone needs grounding, reassurance, or simple emotional presence. That soft touch becomes a moment of pure connection, reminding the person that they are seen, understood, and supported, even without a single word spoken. This emotional intelligence makes female dogs extraordinary companions, with a depth of empathy that is hard to find anywhere else. Number 2. The protective circling around children. Female dogs have a powerful instinct when it comes to children, one that blends caution, nurture, and gentle guardianship. Even when the child is not part of her own litter, the instinct activates because children move, sound, and behave in ways similar to vulnerable young animals. A female dog recognizes this naturally and responds with a heightened sense of care. The protective circling behavior often involves a female dog positioning herself near the child, walking slowly around them during outdoor activities, or lying down in a spot that gives her a clear view of what the child is doing. This behavior is not aggressive. It is strategic and loving. Her goal is to ensure safety, stability, and comfort. In ancient canine packs, females worked together to guard the young, making sure no danger came near. That instinct is still alive today. When a child giggles, runs, or plays, a female dog often watches with calm attentiveness. When the child falls, she may rush to their side. When strangers approach, she moves a little closer. This instinct melts hearts because it proves that her nurturing soul extends beyond species. To her, the child becomes part of her emotional responsibility, and she willingly embraces that role with quiet strength and unwavering love. Number 1. The unshakable emotional bond that deepens with time. The number 1 behavior that female dogs uniquely express is their ability to form an emotional bond that grows stronger and more meaningful as the years go by. While all dogs can bond deeply, female dogs often form a connection rooted in emotional intuition, long-term loyalty, and nurturing commitment. This bond shows itself in hundreds of subtle ways. A female dog learns the routines, moods, and emotional rhythms of the person she loves. She knows when they usually wake up, when they need space, and when they need company. She remembers the sound of footsteps, the tone of the voice, and the little habits that define the relationship. Over time, this bond becomes almost inseparable. A female dog stays devoted during illness, stress, loneliness, or major life changes. She adapts her behavior to support the person she loves, becoming calmer during difficult moments and more energetic during happier times. This emotional synchrony is one of the strongest forms of love found in the animal world. What makes this bond heart-melting is its purity. A female dog gives love without conditions, without demands, and without expecting anything in return. Her loyalty grows deeper, not because of what she receives, but because her nature tells her to care, nurture, and connect with her whole heart. This bond is the reason so many people feel an irreplaceable connection with their female dogs. It is a love shaped by instinct, strengthened by time, and expressed with endless gentleness. The world of female dogs is filled with gentle instincts, powerful devotion, and emotional depth that often goes unnoticed until moments like these reveal their true beauty. Every soft touch, every watchful glance, every protective step, and every nurturing gesture carries meaning shaped by nature and strengthened through love. These behaviors show that the connection between a female dog and the people she cares about is more than companionship. It is a bond built on instinct, understanding, and heart. Anyone who shares life with a female dog experiences a relationship that grows richer with time. Her loyalty becomes quieter yet stronger, her affection becomes deeper, and her emotional intelligence becomes clearer with every passing day. These are not just behaviors. They are expressions of a love that remains steady through joy, stress, change, and every stage of life. Thank you for exploring these heartwarming instincts and discovering the emotional world behind each one. If this video added value, brought comfort, or helped deepen understanding about the incredible nature of female dogs, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this.